Hello, welcome to part 3 of me catching snakes in Michigan at Papins Resort on a lake, Lake Huron. And I have found this little garter snake, which if you've seen the previous 2 parts, you will know exactly how unexciting this would be. I have found so many garter snakes right here that they're not even an exciting find anymore. I mean, I like finding them, but man, they're starting to get boring, almost. This little guy was resting under that rock, in this little rock pile, which I find most of them just laying out next to the lake down that way. You can't see it, but there's some cabins and, yeah, a whole area over there. I'm just in the separate rock pile, and found this little garter. He is 14.5 inches long. Not too long, in fact, the shortest one I found on this trip. This is the 12th garter snake I've caught in Michigan on this trip. The 11th caught on video. The first one I did not get because my camera was not in the right mode. That was on Mackinac Island, and I'm on Drummond Island at Papins Resort. So there's the garter snake. I'm going to look for some more. Now leaving the cabin. But we're not headed back to Kansas yet. We are heading to my uncle's house. And last time I was there, which was last year, almost exactly at this point last year, I caught 8 garter snakes. So I have high hopes for this place. By the way, that was just a little view of the main area of the cabin. It was very nice here, but now it's time to head somewhere else. Luckily, it has a known snake luck. So, let's see what I can find. My dad says there's something mysterious in this dumpster that I have to see.
No. Open this one, but look towards that one.
Whoa. There is a raccoon in this dumpster, staring right at me. I don't know how it got in, but I can tell it likes this place. Well, that was strange. I'm here at my uncle's house, down more far south in Michigan, and I found this little garter snake, 18 inches long, continuing the streak of garter snakes. Found him trying to enter these woods, so I had to jump down onto all fours and grab him. He's a cute little snake, hasn't tried to bite. Really, no Michigan snakes here I found are very hostile. That's what I like about them. Ones back in Kansas, if you've seen some of my other videos, can be kind of mean. These guys are just the friendliest little snakes you'll ever find. So I'm going to put him back here and let him slither on into the woods. I found another garter snake over in some rocks by an air conditioner. This one's a little bit smaller than the first one at 15 3/4 inches. Another garter snake. That's all I've caught this trip, but I've caught a lot of them. So I'm gonna go put him back. We've been driving all day so far, since about 10 o'clock. And we're about halfway through Missouri as the sun has set behind the clouds. We should be back in Kansas by around 11. Okay, so I got back from Michigan, that is we did, the night before yesterday at just about 11 o'clock at night. And I spent yesterday just relaxing at home because the drive was pretty long. But now that I'm back, I'm going to wrap up part 3 by showing you the results. From there, where it says Eastern Garter Snake, the first one all the way down, are all the snakes I caught in Michigan. All except that first one were in the are in part 3, 2, or 1. And during part 1, at the end, I got snake number 300. So all in all, this trip was a good success. I only caught garter snakes, which is kind of surprising, a little disappointing. I was hoping I'd find a big water snake, but I could not manage to find any of them. So it was all garter snakes, quite a lot of them, which are basically, these eastern garter snakes are called eastern garter snakes in Michigan and most of the eastern states, but really they're the same as the common garter snake of my area of Kansas. It's just they're a little bit different. I don't think they get quite as long. And they don't have any red on the sides. It's usually just black and whitish colors. Whereas the ones here, they have red and black. But they're basically the same, so I just kind of call them what they're mainly called in the state. They're basically the same as common garter snakes, but yeah, those are the results. Caught them up to 308 total, 56 on the year. So yeah, that concludes part 3 of my trip to Michigan.